Rookie, it's time.
Mas o céu e vê isso.
Time to pick the handling assists you want. A new era of motorsports has arrived. Taking what you love about
Como? Ah, sim mesmo é que é. Pior vai ser que não tenhas Apple.
First, let's make sure you've got the best possible view. Okay, choose your preferred option. Hit the throttle.
E procuro no YouTube por Project Cars.
Enjoy the Invitational as we'll be driving something a little more down to earth. Have some fun with it and bring it home in one piece, okay? Use the track guide markers to guide you around the track. The pink triangle markers are there to tell you when and where to brake. The yellow circle is an apex marker. Aim to hit these each corner. The blue diamond is the exit marker. Aim for these whilst trying to get the power down out of the corner for optimal exit speed.
Não percebi, fizeram o que no simulador?
Was awesome. Good to see you out there having fun. Now catch your breath as it's time to head to the showroom to buy your own set of wheels.
Welcome to the showroom, the one-stop. Welcome to the showroom, the one-stop. This is your garage. Here you... This is it. Your chance to show your skills to the automotive world. You'll be up against some of the best racing talent there is, so you'll need to fight for every position. Results matter, and mistakes will... The career will take you on a journey through 10 unique race series. To progress, you'll need to either upgrade your... Each series has 4 tours. This is going to be your first career race with your own wheels. It's for real now. So take a quick look at the event.
Shanghai.
Okay, your first career race.
Shanghai.
Okay, your first career race. Let's get it off to a good start. That's 5th place, great driving.
Acho que todo mundo matei.
Last lap
jogar
now.
no
Push
PC,
it
estás
all
a
the
jogar
way to
Need
the
for
checkered flag
Speed,
and
é?
don't give anyone behind any chances. Fantastic, your first ever career victory. Great job.
O que se pasa?
great driving. You nailed it. That was absolutely dominant from start to finish.
In hot lap, the aim is to... All we need is one clean, fast lap. Come on, let's do this. Okay, give it everything you've got. We need your fastest lines here.
It's the first round of the championship. It's important to get points on the board, so make it a good one. Overtake, nice one. Just one more lap to go. You've done a great job. Let's take this win. Well done, mate. You really earned it today. Great job.
Upgrades are all about making your car go fast.
You've made it to the final championship race. Go wrap this one up. Mind out for the painted curbs in the wet. They'll be very slippery when it comes to traction. Just one more lap now, one more to go. Victory's in sight. You did it, your first career championship. Congratulations, mate. Top job.
so unbelievably cool. Okay, sorry, let's host the video. Okay, quick. Name the companies that pioneered 3D graphics. If you said Silicon Graphics, Pixar, and 3DFX, you're close, but no. Those guys merely adopted 3D. Evans and Sutherland was born into it, created by, excuse me, sorry, I don't do a good Bane voice. Evans and Sutherland, the company, was created by and named for the guys who literally taught the classes that shaped the careers of the people who went on to create those other companies. But that's ancient history, I might hear you say. Show me something interesting. Here's something interesting. A dual-layered graphics card with 2 different connectors on it that's old enough to still use DVI and yet appears to have 4 GPUs on it, predating Crossfire and Nvidia SLI? Are you not interested? I'm interested in telling you about today's sponsor, Private Internet Access. PIA is fast, affordable, and... What the heck are we looking at here? What it appears to be is 2 completely separate, independent graphics cards sandwiched, and then if you look in between, bridged together with 2 different connectors. So this one uses AGP, or Accelerated Graphics Port, and this one uses PCI. No, not PCI Express, old school PCI. And what it all comes together to make is Evans and Sutherland's last graphics card, known as the SimFusion OpenSim 6500Q. And what a beast it is. Each of these cards has 2 Radeon 9800 XT graphics cores for a total of 4 GPUs. Guys, other than some weird Alienware thing, this is before Quad SLI or Quad Crossfire existed. So how did they do it? As it turns out, after we posted on Twitter about finding this card on eBay, one of the 4 Quad Crossfire existed. So how did they do it? As it turns out, after we posted on Twitter about finding this card on eBay, one of the former Evans and Sutherland engineers who worked on this project took notice. Lane Christensen, who, by the way, is still working for the simulation arm of the company, which is now owned by Collins Aerospace, volunteered to offer us some background, so we want to thank him very deeply for taking the time out of his busy schedule to demystify this for us.
During my conversation with Lane, he explained that he was part of a team of about 10 hardware engineers and 5 software engineers who worked together to build the cards, which came in both a dual GPU and quad GPU configuration. The quad GPU config we have here requires 2 separate cards, and they communicate together using AGP4X and PCI slots with a mid-board connection, and they communicate together using AGP4X and PCI slots with a mid-board connection that links them together here. Lane wasn't sure exactly what bridge chip they used, but I see an FPGA on the front of the card here that seems to fit the bill. As for why not 6 or 8 GPUs, this was actually the practical upper limit that they could achieve using AGP and PCI alone. Remember, while AGP and PCI Express are dedicated links, or at least can be, the old PCI standard shared its bandwidth among all devices on the bus by design.
According to Lane, ATI, which is now Radeon Technologies Group, had baked-in support for connecting multiple GPUs together like this, in what was clearly a precursor to Crossfire, even though they didn't offer it to end users as a solution, like just, plugging in a couple of cards. Kind of makes sense because no motherboards that I'm aware of existed with multiple AGP slots. But, hey, why not offer it, since you're working on it, to a third-party partner who's trying to build a custom solution? I mean, they don't really do that kind of stuff anymore, but that was something that ATI fully endorsed and even offered support for at the time. By the way, speaking of the past, get subscribed. We're going to be building a PC from 10 years ago and comparing it to brand new. You won't want to miss it. Now, as for Evans and Sutherland, you guys might think, well, gee, if they're going to go and build this thing, why don't they just, sell it? Why couldn't I buy one of these? Why have I never seen one of these? The truth is, these cards weren't available to just anyone on the open market. SimFusion was their simulator platform at the time, And as best as I can tell, a prospective customer would be looking at buying a 25U or even a full-height 40U rack of 5 to 9 node PCs configured with these, all connected together as a cluster with a common sink for both output and the render buffers. Now, as you can see, unfortunately, we don't have 5 or even 2 of these. But Anthony did manage to put together this test bench based on the same hardware configuration using specifications from Lane and the user manual. Wait, is this thing using all solid state caps?
That would make sense.
Wow, that was like very high-end shiz back then.
Back then, all solid state caps was a little bit unusual. This actually high-end Intel server board used caps that were part of the capacitor plague. I actually had to recap the board before it would work.
We're just gonna have to pretend that we're using proper cooler mounts here. Don't overthink it. Let's just throw the card in here and, 2-slot card. Kind of push on that pretty hard. And take a nice cold drink to take our mind off at lttstore.com. Power switch, it's 2 moment of truth. Whoa! Yep, well there's your thermal take bearings 17 years later. To be clear, I'm not actually blaming thermal take for that. That's just what happens to bearings over the course of life. That a Windows XP desktop that I'm looking at, baby?
That's what it ran up. I put on my mask again.
You guys might be wondering, where on earth?
That's what it ran up. I put on my mask again.
You guys might be wondering, where on earth did you find a driver for a card like this? Some Russian FTP? Good guess, but actually no. We scoured the internet and were not able to find any working driver. Thankfully, Lane actually had one lying around on an old drive and presumably got his employer's permission to fire it over to us so we could do something that a SimFusion 6500 probably never did. Run games. What should we try first? I mean, 3D Mark 2001 SE is what I'm sort of leaning towards. Or maybe some good old-fashioned Aquamark? Is that still around?
I don't know, I didn't download it.
I don't know if I want to plug an XP machine into our network.
It was plugged into the network for a while there, but it's XP Service Pack 4 on the unofficial Service Pack 4, so it's fully patched.
All right. Man, this is not a fast computer, sir.
No, it is not.
What is this?
These
Single core with hyper-threading. Oh yeah! 4 threads, baby. Yeah, 4 threads.
Just even seeing multiple graphs in Task Manager was like the most trippy thing.
Okay, here we go. Oh no! Wow, okay. In fairness to the card though, I mean, it's running. Wow, even the loading screens are a little broken.
It's worth pointing out that all of Evans and Sutherland's simulation stuff was OpenGL based. They didn't really qualify the card at all for Direct3D. The GPUs themselves are Direct3D 9 compatible, but 4 of them, it might be a bit hit or miss.
I remember this nature demo looking so impressive to me. I was like, wow, there's so many like leaves on the trees. Man, I'm trying to find a 9800 XT 3D Mark 2001 run to compare against, and like, these old websites have not aged well. Hey, there we go. Okay, so at 1024 by 768, a single 9800 XT managed 16,800 points. Let's try Aquamark. Oh man, this too, it just brings back so many memories. This is like pre-me making videos. This is like me literally sitting in my basement or like my girlfriend's room, like, you know, tuning my overclock 1 megahertz at a time or whatever. And like staring at this, checking for artifacts. Let me tell you, if I ever saw it look like this, I'd be like, oh, off, everything off, and turn that overclock down. That's not the issue right now, though. And then that's the massive overdraw. This is the big explosion at the end. 9 FPS, 8.6 FPS, 8.5. Aqua Mark III, 44,262 with an average FPS of 44.26. Now, this isn't coming up right now, and my numlock's not even working. I think the system may have crashed, but it's pretty fair to say that we did not average 42 FPS. So from a direct 3D gaming perspective, buying 4 9800 XTs is actually worse than buying one 9800 XT. Let's try something OpenGL. Here's something I don't really get. Why is it that the two 9800 XTs in the middle of the sandwich are the ones that don't have fans?
It's possible that it was designed for case airflow.
If that's the case, then we should probably put a fan on this poor thing, because it might be cooking in there. I wonder if that's why we're getting so many artifacts. We need a bigger fan. Well, not bigger, but definitely more powerful. Ah, stop!
Should we have grills on our blowies?
Absolutely, we should. These are a finger removal hazard waiting to happen. Ow! Oh, I pinched my tummy.
Oh.
I've done that so many times.
Ow! Whoa, settle down there, buddy. Oh yeah, we got airflow now, boys. All right, benchmark time. Damn it! We're gonna leave it on anyway though, because having the card cooled properly is gonna be a factor for our last test. Unreal Tournament 99 Game of the Year Edition. Now this is an actual OpenGL game, so this is what the card was, well, I'm not gonna say tuned for. It wasn't made to run games, but their simulators did use OpenGL. No, I suck! Ah, no! I don't understand this FPS counter. Okay, it's frame times, not FPS. So we're anywhere between 3 and 8 milliseconds per frame. Probably we're running around 150, 160 FPS, I would say.
Sounds about right. We're at 1280 by 1024.
Oh, come on, just die! Okay, if I can't manage to get a kill with a rocket launcher, I don't deserve to... All right, I can't deal with this anymore. Oh, my headache. We couldn't find a professional review discussing this, but here we go. Pro? Okay, so that's not 4 times the performance, but it's better than a kick in the teeth. Of course, as I've said before, gaming was really not the point of it, and the enterprise grade, just off-the-shelf solutions for single or even multi-GPU setups that made this kind of engineering